Welcome to Video Editing School. We're filming, I hope, in portrait, so I've got a video queued up here in the background. Here's all the information, but the video is playing in the wrong. It's playing in portrait rather than landscape or something. So this is the video here. And I'm just tapping it and holding my finger on it.
Okay, so here's the catch. The catch is a one-bedroom unit that's got a maximum rental of max R. So, in order to achieve max R and at the same time plug a gap in the availability or lack thereof, I should say, of all types of accommodation, especially commercial working space, for those who are not able to walk or climb stairs. Perhaps they're in some form of mobility device to assist in that regard. So what I propose is the rental, well, first the registration, incorporation and compliance with whatever goes around, envelops all of what I'm about to provide in my project brief. The idea would be to create a facility that enables those who aforementioned meet the aforementioned category, and to provide a design centre, an advertising and multimedia editing. I don't call it multimedia anymore, I'm showing my age, but a video editing studio, a recording production studio, advertising agency, recording studio. Look, it's just mind-boggling what can be, and in fact what is installed as we speak in this very place that I seek to rent out for $400 a week. Now, the first event would be one of the first initiatives, be a little sub-project unto itself, would be the design competition for an elevator, dumbwaiter, lifting device of all capacities, all shapes and sizes that will suit. And so people have to pay a $50 entrance fee. They can log on to our secure website. They can come in and use what we have by appointment, which is free as long as you paid your $50. That gives you 50 hours worth of studio time, 50 hours for $50, and you get to use all of the software, tutored, access to free training in Adobe Creative Cloud, and you basically get a crew together. And your advertising department is the first one that's going to basically promote and make the visual media, and then come up with the channels to distribute that, and your product, this team is going to be promoting or creating the videos for, will be some sort of engineering. There'll be entrance criteria. They'll be open, so you could have it so that it's, a smart dumb waiter, smart waiter, smart elevator, the programmable logic controller, programming will be done in whatever weapon of your choice, I don't care. But the outcomes will be, we'll have an open competition, so here's our problem brief. Design me something that'll get the shopping in, all the way up to design me something that'll deliver food cooked in a downstairs kitchen, a dumb waiter. There'll be another category for design would be get me a wheelchair, a fucking mobility scooter that the seniors use, and it's going to be fucking 2-ton minimum capacity, I think, for that, because I don't want any drama. So that'd be a 500 kg category, 500 right up to 4 ton. Absolutely, 4 ton, and that way we'll get the fucking line on the line with the hard. If we did want to go hard, if we put down foundations in our fucking council approval for a 4 ton lifting capacity, and we're lifting 500 kilograms, you can go fuck yourself, Your Honour. We're not paying your fucking planning permission bullshit, because gravity works, you know, in this hemisphere as it does where my learned German colleagues, versed in the skills of engineering, as you might expect, have conducted what they call the static. I think it's called the same thing here, funnily enough. The Dyne, they've done that, and they've done some other thing that's effectively ISO compliant with some building freaking practices. So the fucking thing isn't going to fall over. So everything gets signed off, is capable. The winner, not everyone, the winner gets their shit officially signed off. They can submit it, but we're not, you know, we don't recommend you. Don't get an engineer to verify your plans, just put your own shit in. It's an amateur's comp. If you wanted it to go further, it's part of the winning package. If you win the Star Designer Award, well, we give you exclusive access to a dedicated design team and a dedicated engineering team to make your shit happen. And we can do prototype batches, even pre-release options, first release prototypes to garner would-be investors and venture capitalists to go ahead with the manufacturing supply chain rather than the little hiccup in the Suez. We can't do much about that, but you know, that might clear by the time you're ready to go to market to coincide with, I don't know, Christmas this year might be a nice starting point, and then test the market this year and again garner or further investment if that's typically is required, especially the marketing side, but we've got the other team that do the marketing. And these are a disabled team, and that's the other competition, so you get no end of sort of, well, assuming in the first year we wouldn't imagine a first-class performance, but that's why the prize winner gets to be handheld with a marketing guru for, you know, a little mentoring, all the way on the pre-release of the first project, and there'll be equivalent either engineering or designing rather, or marketing. Designing, marketing, same similar. Engineering, just the facts, so it's sort of the planets, you know, and then whatever you go to market with has been pre-tested in a pilot with, you know, focus groups that are selected according to whatever, you know, expert advice you've managed to glean or obtain directly from the, you know, best in the, they aren't really the best in the business, are they? Not fucking first year, they're doing it voluntarily for free, so, well, we might have to pay them. We might have to go venture capitalists as well, so we'd have a contest for venture capitalists, so who can get us, you know, based on these. So the winners of the top 5 of the competition for their design and whatever, well, it's got to also have commercial viability. These lifts and dumb waiters, and we're making devices to make maximum usage of the utility in a given volume, space, like a 3D cube. And the cube is to the dimensions that I'm sitting in currently. Round one, we might improve it. I don't think you need it. And then however much bang for the buck you can cram in here, the better, and we've got a one bedroom, which all the floor space, I guess this is the start of a new chapter, I'm ranting, but it's a different topic now. The floor space is intended to replicate this because it's, in subsequent years we will change it. But for now, this thing is designed to be the maximum space, the maximum volume of built space, but the balconies and you could also build, if it was on sticks, you could go down one level so you could put it on posts and you could build in underneath the posts and increase the floor space if you wanted to. It's really the point. Better just to have it all convertible space with, Murphy beds and, things hanging off the rafters rather than sitting on the floor. So maximum utilisation, and they can be raised and lowered, these things on the rafters, hanging things off the floor, like the Quokers, or who are these fuckers? Hey, Meg Ryan. No, the other one. Oh yeah, so the Quakers, whatever, they had chairs that hung off the wall, so on pegs. The Hamish. They looked like the Hamish, yeah. That was Kelly McGillis, was it? No, different movie. So the idea there would be what I wanted was a box, a cube. Well, it's a prism. It's this rectangular prism, but the ceiling is irregular, in as much as it's not centered. The crest is not centered. It's to the what's that? 60, 30, 90, 45. Okay, that is. So you've got a 45 coming out of the, or a 30. Fuck. Anyway, that's half a 90. That's 90. It's got to be. So you got a 45 coming off the wall for about 1200, and that is where it joins the lower, the off-sloping angle to form a scalene triangle. Yep, it's got a greater than 90, no, that's obtuse, it's greater than 90. Anyway, it's a fucking sharp one. So the hypotenuse is quite long relative to the opposite, the adjacent. And that would be the maximum length of that would be bricks of Canada, tiles of Canada. But this description of the roof then completes the only irregularity. Then you've got a prism, rectangular prism, tiles by blocks. I've done that 1,000 times. I can't recall. I've got a tape measure. I'll measure it. And so the idea is you've got to have structural supports for the roof. That's up to you. But for mine, I'm trying to get collapsible
320. Right. That hasn't happened for in a while. Right. This is just gotta fucking stop. I mean, yeah. Still take